Pete, do you think it's time for the president? I know we talked about this last week a little bit, but is it time to go? Because Mayor Fry talked a big game about arresting ICE agents in front of the police chief, saying the police chief is going to do this, and the police chief looked at him and was like, "What? Me? Like, I don't think they're. What do you think?"
This is one of those things where it's hard to gauge because you don't have the same information they do. But my
Right.
guess, but my sense is that Trump is playing this about right, in that you don't want to move too soon on this, and Waltz's response, in which he put the guys on notice but didn't call them out. He's trying to. He is, in the end, it looks like maybe he's trying to tamp this thing down. I think probably because he's worried about being federally charged. But I'm guessing on that. But I can see why, if he thought he was going to be federally charged, he would in fact try and tamp it down. So
Yeah.
that's a big if. That if. But my sense is that right now, the president is right to kind of go, whoa, let's just give it another day. We'll see what happens. If it gets completely hosed up, he can always nationalize. He can, federally control the National Guard and tamp this thing down the way he wants. But
Well, so Chris, Tim Walz did actually put the guard on warning, and the question becomes, what would the guard do? Because theoretically, the guard, what Tim Walz was saying he's going to do is use the guard against ICE. I don't think that would fly, right, Blaine?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the three reasons that the president can invoke the Insurrection Act.
Yeah.
And what I see, and the president does have, I think he is going to declare the Insurrection Act soon, by the way, because he's put the 11th Airborne up in Alaska on what we call a prepare to deploy order, a PTDO. And so he's getting things ready, and he's moving slowly. He's transmitting his punches. He's signaling what he's doing. Here's what's really going on in Minnesota. None of this would be happening if that wonderful kid named Nick Shirley didn't expose billions and billions of dollars worth of fraud that probably exists all over the country. And what do you do when you're the guilty party and you've got some power and you see that there's a crime scene that everybody can see? You cover it up with a massive distraction. And the massive distraction is to go after ICE or light your city on fire. I have dear friends in Minneapolis, some of them vets.
Me too.
That are reporting
to be a beautiful city.
They feel very vulnerable and that the city has become very dangerous. And if they were to call a first responder for help, they don't know what they do. So I think now let me switch, because this is one of those many areas where as a general officer, I will typically say I feel strongly about that both ways. On the other side, I can easily see where the president shouldn't go too slow, because if he doesn't put a tourniquet on Minneapolis, then this will become the model for these paid insurgents. And across the nation, I think you'll see